everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and you are currently watching my YouTube channel, which is Courtney Budgets. It has been about 2 months, maybe more, maybe less, since I have last uploaded. I'm sure just like everybody else kind of in the Midwest, down south area, we got a bunch of snow. Unfortunately, that completely wrecked our budget and all of our savings that we have been doing. My fiance does he's a plumber, that's what he does, but he does new construction, and when it's too cold or it's snowy or anything like that, he cannot work. So for the month of March, we had about 2, maybe even 3 weeks worth of times when he didn't work a full week. There was 1 week where he only worked 1 day. And a couple of those days, I also could not get to work because the snow was too high, and I live out in the country and we cannot see the road because we live out in the country, and so the city doesn't feel an urgency to plow like a city town would. Since we're in a little teeny tiny town, we rely on actually some of the farmers to plow the roads. So that is why I haven't filmed, because we've really just been trying to catch back up on our bills. I did make some new envelopes to kind of inspire me to get back in the budgeting mood. So I did have to take out some money. I did not touch our vacation fund because you guys know that's very important to me. I'm going to do a little update tracker system in the cute little Happy Notes planner. So I will be counting my sinking funds and kind of just telling you guys a little more in depth about my sinking funds. Since I haven't done that, I have added a couple since I've uploaded last. So the first one, it kind of goes also in priority. So vacation right now is our first priority because we are going to Disney in September. Right now it does have nothing in it, but we do have a special sinking fund folder for that. I've also kind of wrote down goals above this. I don't know how long I'll keep these, but I thought they were so cute and I really wanted to use them. So let's talk about Christmas. Christmas only has $7. This was one of the sinking funds that we depleted a little bit due to the fact of us needing to cover bills. So Christmas was kind of one of those that we did take, since we technically have all year for these. Well, not all year, but a good chunk of the year. Next is birthdays. I think we took money from this. Birthdays only has $20, so I'm going to leave that in there and write that down. And if you guys hear dogs barking, I'm so sorry. Holidays, we do have Easter coming up. Holidays has $24, and our goal is to have at least $200 in there at all times. I have not achieved that because we have a lot of budgeting issues. It seems like every time we get ahead, something happens. But that's life. And really, if it wasn't for these envelopes, I don't know what we would have done. School, this year I'm budgeting at least $1,200. My daughter will be going to kindergarten this year. We did not do pre-K. So that is our goal. So far we have 20, no, that's a 50, 60, 65, 66. So we are expected to get that stimulus money. I'm pretty excited about that, just like I'm sure everybody else in America that qualifies for that. And especially with missing those snow days for that month, we could really use it. Pets is also one that we kind of use some of. I put our goal for this is $1,000 just because if you guys watched like one of my very first videos, I had like I think $600 or $700 in our sinking funds. And my dog Daisy, who at the time was a puppy, we bought her and she ended up getting parvo, and it took $1,000 for her hospital bill because she had to actually go to a real hospital. Well, for dogs, not for humans. So in pets, we have 20, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So we had a lesson learned on that one to keep at least $1,000. I think $1,000 is pretty good to keep in a pet's fund, as long as you have other funds, like, you know, if a dog needs surgery or something like that. Farm has no money in it, so we'll skip that one. Repairs is next. This is another one that we also kind of depleted. It only has $4. So also, while we were at home trying to stay warm, we live in a double wide trailer and the pipes froze. So that was fun. We were without hot water for 3 days, 4 days maybe. And so we had to do our showering. We couldn't even run our dishwasher. We couldn't run our washer, nothing, because we did not have enough water pressure. So we had to do all of our showering at my in-laws. So in emergency, this emergency and repairs will always be an endless. Like, you can't ever have enough money in emergency or repairs. So emergency has 20, 40, 60, 61, 62. And I try not to touch my emergency fund. So if you guys notice, this one is my biggest one. No, you guys will actually notice this one, my eye and dental. So when we got our second stimulus, I put a bunch of money in here because I need contacts and my son's dental procedures. He's 10 years old and he has to have double root canals, one on each side, and that has cost me so far $300. We're getting ready to go to the dentist tomorrow, and that's going to be another $300. Unfortunately, he was not blessed with good teeth, and so we're paying for it now. So in eye and dental is 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 350, 360, 365, 370, 371, 372, 373, 374, 375, 376. I'm going to recount that just to make sure, and I'm going to get this little post-it to help me remember. So let's count that again. 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 350, 360, 365, 370, 371, 372, 373, 374, 375, 376. Okay, so I will take money out of here to pay for that dental visit. So once I'm done filming, that's what I will do. Retirement is also a sinking fund that will be never ending, because obviously you will always have to save for retirement. And it currently has $15. And then next is another savings fund For my kids, it's not the only one that they have. They have their own individual savings. This is just extra money that I put towards it. So it has 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. These I do not touch. I do not touch this one and retirement. Well, I try not to, but I definitely don't touch my kids' savings because it makes me feel super bad if I do. Next is house. This might eventually turn into a condo down payment because I don't think we are going to build anymore. I think we are going to ride it out in our trailer for the next 15, 16, 17 years. And then when our kids are all grown, I think we are going to just buy a condo and live like that because we love the beach, whether it be the beach or whether it be by the lake. I think that's what we might do. So in-house we have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. But, you know, things change. It could always change. So there's house. Beauty is empty. This is a new one. It's summer. It's currently empty. Next is pictures, and this is for family pictures. When we do them this fall, our goal is to have at least 500 saved up, and that includes the photography and our outfits. I don't put very much in here because it's not a top priority, and so right now it just has $3. Now as pictures get a little closer, I'll probably move this one up. Next is wedding. This one will start to get a little bit more beefy because I think I called him my husband, but we've been together for 6 years and we are probably going to get married in June. Some personal things have happened and it's just time we get married. So so wedding actually has $3. I will be stuffing a little bit more in this. And then he wants to have a big wedding eventually. I'm not really about that. So once we elope, I probably will throw that envelope out. He may not agree with it, but I think it's not needed. I'm okay with just eloping because really what we want to do when we elope is kind of my wedding that I always thought I'd have. I never thought I would have a big wedding. I always knew it would be very small. I'm a very introvert, so having a big wedding, I never dreamed of that. I was never that little girl that was like, oh my gosh, my wedding dress is gonna look like this, my hair is gonna be that, and blah blah blah. My wedding was always super simple and small. So there's that. In house we have $4. Oh, did I say house? I meant us. And this is a sinking fund for me and my fiance. And it's just like if we need anything like boots, clothes, stuff like that. The next one is kids needs, and it is also very similar to our envelope that says us. It's for when they need shoes, socks, you know, underwear, whatever. In here is only $2. I'm not going to get that out. I'm just going to shove it back in there. It's not a total top priority, just like my envelope for me and my fiance is not a top priority because our kids have so much clothes, their drawers are busting, so it's not a top priority. Next is events. Events is for if we, for instance, my best friend is having a wedding, so that's for saving for that. Remodeling is exactly as it sounds. It's for when we remodel our trailer. Sam's Club is next, and it only has $1. So I'm going to write that in there. $3.11, $1 for Sam's. That's not totally a top priority, but kind of is. Next is RV. I have talked him into starting to focus on an RV. I loved it when my aunt and uncle took us on their RV to go down to the lake. And I'm not kidding, when my cousins were old enough to where they didn't need like diapers and wipes and stuff like that, my aunt and uncle never left the lake during the summer. Like, it was so fun. So I kind of want to do the same thing. I want to save up, you know, either enough to buy one or remodel one or something, or down payment, one of the two. So that is one of our goals for the next 2 years, is to save up money. Okay, next is future business. It sounds, you know, just as it is. It's for me mainly. So a lot of you guys don't know this, but one of my goals is to either be a dog groomer, and I know that sounds so odd, but it is, or to have a real estate agency. Me and my sister are thinking about taking a test to get our realtor license. So that is kind of towards that goal. Next is new car. My fiance drives a clunker to work, and so this is for a new car for him eventually. It has $2 in it. I'm not going to get that out. Next is planner, and that just means for planner items. It's currently empty. Next is property taxes. I did take this away, but I brought it back. And it also has $2. So I'm just going to leave that in there and write it in. $2. And let's see here. Next is medical. There used to be money in there, but I went ahead and took it out because I'm just going to slip some not regular, but it used to have ones in there, and I just took them out. So I'm just going to wait for full bills, if you will, like 5s, 10s, and 20s to put in here. And then the last one is a fence. We are going to build a fence for our dogs. We don't want them to keep running loose, so to speak, out on our property, because we live in the woods and it makes us kind of nervous. So that is my life update. That is me counting my sinking funds and walking you guys through it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys have a wonderful day.